Hello, so it's day 4. I'm into about 95 hours of fasting now. I actually downloaded an app from the App Store. It's called Fastig. If you just put in fasting on the App Store, it was the first one that came up. But it's really helpful. It tells you little tips to help you with your fast, and it also does a counter for you so you know like how many hours you've been fasting for. So just had a little look on that, and yeah, I'm about 95 hours now. I am food obsessed at the moment. I'm literally thinking about what I'm gonna break my fast with. So I'm over halfway now. I can actually eat. I can eat after work Saturday. I actually started my fast New Year's Eve about 7 o'clock. I stopped eating. So I'll probably finish work Saturday, get home about 5:30. By the time I've cooked my dinner, it'll be nearly 7 o'clock. So that's when I'm planning to eat. And you may imagine that when you finish a fast, you're gonna like just stuff your face and eat loads. But really, you don't want to do that. As tempting as that may be, actually, you probably wouldn't be able to without sort of stretching your stomach and feeling quite sick. Generally, what I do when I finish my fast is I will have some bone broth. I'm a big advocate of bone broth. I permanently have bone broth on the go. So I'll have a cup of bone broth first, and then I would usually wait about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then I would have like a typical meal. But yeah, I've been fantasizing what is in my, and I don't even eat these really because it's not a low carb food, but I've been really fancying some onion bhajis, bizarrely. And I was talking to some clients today about their Christmas and obviously what they had for their Christmas dinner, and it was a killer. So yeah, the food obsession has really hit me today. I don't feel too hungry. I feel empty. It's different. You sort of feel this empty feeling, and obviously you do have moments where you feel quite sick with hunger. This doesn't sound great at all. I'm just moving my light because I've got a big ring I can see in my eyes. Is that better? I think that's better. Yeah, and I was feeling a little bit dizzy today. So I was bending over and I stood up and I felt a little bit, well, yeah, quite dizzy. Not that I was going to faint, but tip for that is if you feel that you're going to faint or you feel dizzy while fasting, you can put a little bit of salt in your water, or just put like a grain of coarse sea salt under your tongue and suck on that, and that can really help with those sort of dizzy feelings. What else did I want to talk to you about today? I think we've talked about a lot of the benefits. I think it's of interest to say that all of the major religions of the world all have fasting days that you're expected to do. And I think that's because fasting is so beneficial for health, but also it's really good for your willpower. And I think in a society that we're in, where it's so easy to access, any type of food from literally anywhere around the world, it's good to fast and increase your willpower and sort of really appreciate the food when you do eat it, because goodness me, you do. When you come off the fast, that sort of first day, when you eat something and taste the food, it's just amazing. And I think, we generally do take for granted how easy it is to eat overeat, eat processed foods, just eat in general, and actually how blessed we are to be able to do that. So I think fasting can be really good to help you realize that, but it's also really good for your willpower to show that you can choose to fast for health reasons, religious reasons, for whatever reason you're choosing to fast. I mean, some people do it for health, some people do it for weight loss, some people do it to help them curb their sort of food addiction, sugar addiction, and so on. There are many reasons why you might fast. And fasting is very different to starvation. The two are very separate. Starvation isn't by choice. You know, you wouldn't choose to starve yourself. Fasting is different because you're choosing to do that. I'm choosing not to eat, and I could stop my fast at any time. I've chosen to do 7 days, and because I'm pig-headed, I will do the 7 days. It's not going to kill me, even at points where, you know, you might feel that you are, well, I wouldn't say I feel like I'm going to die, but you do feel hungry, and it is overwhelming at points. Definitely the evenings are worse for me because I don't generally eat usually until sort of 5:30 anyway. So that typical time when I would usually eat, obviously the hunger kicks in. And it's the boredom in the evening. You know, if you're just sitting around doing nothing, it's so easy to stuff food into your face, unthinking. So for me, having a bath really helps, because when I'm in a bath, I'm not really thinking about food, and it's generally not a place that I would eat in anyway. So that helps. As I said in yesterday's video, hot drink really helps. Nice herbal tea. I had a lovely herbal tea actually yesterday. It was 50-50 licorice root and ginger, and that was lovely. That really helped curb my cravings. I think the sweetness of the licorice, and with that sort of spiciness of the ginger, and ginger's really good for the digestion anyway. That was a really nice tea, so I might have one of them tonight as well. I just wanted to say I am running a course. It's starting next Monday, so the 10th of January. It's going to be from 6 until 7 p.m. It's going to run for 6 weeks, every other Monday, and it's on processed food and sugar addiction. And I'm going to be talking about the reasons why sugar is so addictive, why the dietary guidelines are not based in science at all, which is really, really shocking. Because you'd think that the dietary guidelines were based in robust science, but actually the reverse is true. And talk to you about how big food companies actually have food scientists to make processed food hyper addictive, hyper palatable. They actually use a term called the bliss point. And the bliss point is basically the perfect balance of salt, sugar, and fat and crunch to make these processed foods so palatable that you pop till you stop, like the Pringles adverts. Once you pop, you can't stop, and that's true. They even make the Pringles that particular shape so that you can fit a whole one into your mouth. So food, without doubt, is addictive, and some people, some people live to eat, other people eat to live, and most of us are sort of somewhere in that spectrum. Some people do find it incredibly difficult to minimise their food, particularly the sugary foods. And sugar addiction, without doubt, is a real thing. And like I say to people, if you don't think sugar is addictive or processed foods are addictive, give them up. Give them up for a month. If you can do that, you're not addictive. But I guarantee you it is incredibly difficult to do, especially because food products are everywhere. You know, the packaging, the presentation, the design, you know, it's everywhere. It's so accessible, and it's highly addictive. So if you were interested in attending the 6 weeks sugar addiction and processed food course, you can message me, you can book the course on my website. If you go to www.budsherbalmedicine.com, if you go to the events page on the drop down menu, you should see the sugar and processed food addiction course there. It is a 6-week course. Otherwise, give me a ring or message me at the apothecary. You can phone the apothecary on 023 93 078 564. So if you are interested in learning more about sugar and processed food addiction, or you just would like to improve your diet, do consider attending. Otherwise, follow me on Facebook. I do plan to upload more videos on diet, food, herbs, etc. So do give us a like. And if you would like to have notifications when I repost or post new videos, do subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will be back tomorrow, which will be day 6. Is it 6? Yeah. Is it Friday? No, day 5. Day 5 tomorrow, for more updates. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.